What's up, people? This your boy P. Ross back in the house with the homie.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Micah, aka CMS, aka the one.
And together
And
we are.
together we are.
Can we have a moment of meditation, please? Nam yo renge kyo. Okay. The Purple Underground in the
In
building.
the building.
Once again, it's on.
Oh, yeah.
And right now we're about to talk about. So this review that we're doing, it definitely has spoilers. So if you have not seen this movie and you are bothered by spoilers, this is your disclaimer to get out now. Because we're about to get into it. And the movie that we are talking about the new Halloween movie that was released this weekend, which grossed $77.9 million at the box office. I think almost $100 million worldwide. But yo,
Wow.
let's get into it, bruh.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. I
Nice
think it was
numbers
the
right
biggest opening for a Halloween movie ever. You know,
Oh, that's great.
so
Oh, yeah.
it is what it is. You know what I mean? So,
hmm
where do we start with this, man? Like I know going into it, I felt like that it would be good, but I didn't know it would be as good as it was because it was rumors about testing back in April of this movie, and the testing didn't go well because of certain script changes, or well, they had one script and they changed it due to the bad testing, quote unquote, is what I read. So,
hmm
but the overall outcome of the movie, I thought was actually pretty damn good, for real. It basically takes you everything between one and this movie. You can erase out of your mind. You thinking that Michael Myers and Laurie Strode was brother and sister, you can erase that out your mind. What we're dealing with Halloween 1, and its direct sequel, which is this one. So, you know, overall, for the most part, it was good. It was good. It was good. It really reminded you of what Michael Myers was in the first movie to me, which was when he actually starts stalking Laurie Strode before they even told this or made the story up about that being his brother, his sister rather. Was that if you looked at the first one, when she dropped the keys off at the house for her father, he was sitting there watching her, which prompted him to start stalking her, which he had no reason to, which what made it a little bit more interesting for me, because then you wonder like what really motivate this guy to do that. But if you think about what Loomis said, it's like he just pure evil. You know what I mean? And they never should have stepped on his doorstep. You know what I mean? She should have kept going.
Right.
And Shorty warned her, like, don't do it. But she had been waiting 40 years for him because she knew he was coming back. And they really painted her as a psycho. You know what I mean? Like someone who had been traumatized. But ultimately, she was right. She was right.
Right.
She was right about all her feelings and all that. And you could understand like where she coming from due to what she's been through. I mean, she done had 2 failed marriages, and it just ruined her life. And it wasn't her fault. You know what I mean? That she was the way that she was. And child
Right.
services stepped in, took her daughter, and now she got a granddaughter. And it seemed like she's closer to the granddaughter than she is to her actual daughter. You know what I mean? And
I noticed that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think the granddaughter actually was really felt bad for her. You know what I mean, per se. And with Halloween actually coming up, knowing what had happened to her, it's like, okay, yeah, I need to holler at my grandmother. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, I defer to you, my brother. Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm with you. I thought, well, I'll say this. I thought the movie wasn't pretty good. I thought it was very good. Just from my first impressions of it, I enjoyed it from beginning all the way up until the end. But I know in our private conversations me and you had about the whole Halloween, just the whole, the history of it, and you definitely schooled me on some things about how the first one was originally how it's supposed to be depicted. Originally it wasn't supposed to be a sequel. So, and like you said in the first one, it was never, nothing was being said about Laurie Strode being Michael Myers' sister.
Right.
And I never looked at it like that. But when I went back and watched the original movie Friday night, I was like, okay, now I see
Right.
what he's saying and
Right.
everything. And but this one is I mean, I thought it was well done. I'm glad they brought Jamie
Right.
Lee Curtis back,
Yeah, for sure.
and she, I thought she did a excellent job.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So it made me happy also to see that John
Excuse me.
Carpenter was actually involved with this as executive producer, and Jamie
Yeah.
Lee Curtis was executive producer, which really meant that they were in it to win it. You
Right.
know what I mean? So, but what's so crazy about the movie? It had so many like different like Easter eggs from the previous movies. You know what I mean? Like when you think about like when the one, let's talk about this crazy ass psychiatrist.
Oh, okay.
what I'm
The new
Loomis.
the new Dr.
Right,
Loomis.
right.
Yes.
Now, this dude, man, as the movie progressed and like towards like the end, you kind of found out that he wanted to feel what Michael was feeling. You know what I'm saying? What it felt like to kill, what it felt like to be him. And it explains the bus crash in the beginning. Because obviously he was really the only one unharmed until the little boy shot him.
You know what? I never peeped that. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, now that makes sense. Okay.
Right. So then you got when the little boy and his father pulled up, that particular scene looked like the same scene when Loomis and the nurse pulled up in one, with all the mental patients walking around and shit. You know what I mean?
Right. I thought about that too.
Yeah. It was a whole lot of stuff that reminded you of the past movies. Then you had during Halloween night, I think I had saw in this movie a little boy with a cowboy hat on with a boombox, and in the first one, it was a little boy with a boombox. Or no, it was two. Halloween 2.
It was two.
Halloween 2 with the little boy with the boombox. You know what I'm saying? And then the ultimate to me was when he threw her out of the window and she landed on the ground, and the granddaughter was yelling, and he turned around, then he looked back down, and damn it,
and
she was
disappeared.
Gone. Right,
she
same
disappeared.
way he did in part one.
Right. In the very first one.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I just thought it was great. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, I noticed with Jamie Lee, Laurie, in the movie, it's almost like this time she was stalking him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
as opposed to where
Uh-huh.
he was stalking her.
Right, for sure.
So
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
Right. If you look at the similarities of that house and you go like to the upstairs bedroom in this movie, it
Mm.
resembles the same bedroom from one. You know what I'm
I saw
saying?
that too. Where are you talking about the part where she was looking for him
Right. And
in
she
the
went to
house?
the closet. And if you look at
Right.
that bedroom, it resembles the whole shit from one. It's almost like they put in there that she actually did that because she would like remember like the whole setup.
The whole scene.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And
Right.
she
Yeah.
relived it over and over and over
Over.
again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yo, I thought they did great work with this, man. I really did. And another scene that was kind of reminiscent of one when Lori's granddaughter and her two friends they walking down the street and they're talking. You know what I'm saying about the bullshit they gonna do on Halloween, kind of like Lori and her three friends did. You know what I'm saying in
Hmm.
that one. You know, and what was so crazy again, man? It's crazy because remember little black kid.
And real quick, notice there was three friends also, just
Right,
like
yeah,
in the.
three friends, yeah,
Yeah.
and like uh, it like the little black kid, like you remember what
He
Dudley
was
did in
funny.
Friday the 13th for New Beginning when he saw Jason and he yelled and he just skirted.
Right. Right.
It's the same thing. This little black kid he got the hell out of Dodge, man. You know what I'm saying? But what was so interesting also was like when Michael finally got to Haddonfield. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Halloween, so ain't nobody thinking about you know what I'm saying, a motherfucking the mask. All they thinking about is Halloween, right? Then when
Right.
Michael got there, how he just instantly turned and went to that lady house, grabbed a hammer, bust her in the head and shit, and grabbed his favorite weapon, the butcher's knife.
The butcher's name.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And he went on a straight killing spree. You know what I'm saying? And another thing interesting to note is that the same guy that played Michael in the first Halloween is the same guy that played him in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the same guy. It's the same guy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I also like the
Okay.
way, like
That's a
sometimes,
side note I didn't know.
right. So another thing I also like is when liked about it is when they actually had Michael age, like when the two reporters, the two podcasters,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, went up to talk to Michael. You didn't see Michael's face, but you saw the gray hair.
Right.
You know what
You
I'm saying?
you see how his face
Right.
was looking like with the
Yeah.
wrinkles, and you could
Yeah.
tell he aged.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was a cool fact. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they make movies and those are details they forget about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Kind of like, how can Mickey Mouse be 99 years old and this fool ain't aged one day? You know what I mean? So I'm glad they actually aged him
Yeah.
for real. So you know, I don't know where I would place this movie right now. I probably would actually have to buy it and watch it a couple times. But right now, it definitely is. Well, I ain't gonna even say that right now. I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely was a very good movie, for sure. For sure.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah.
I would, for me, I had to put this in probably top five out of all
Top
the,
five?
yeah, for as far as all the Halloween movies. I'm not sure where at in that top
Right.
five, but it's top five for me.
Right.
And I've seen every one except for the second Halloween that Rob Zombie did. I haven't seen that one,
You don't really
and
need to see it.
I never seen Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, which
Oh,
didn't have nothing to do with Michael Myers.
that's
but
another thing. Season of the Witch. You saw the little boy in there with the Season of the Witch pumpkin on in that movie, but at the beginning, like after they showed the scene with the podcasters and shit,
Yeah.
This is another Easter egg too. And they showed the opening credits, and they showed the pumpkin like blowing up.
Yeah.
That's how, to me, I don't know how anybody else would feel about this, but to me, if you ever watch Season of the Witch, when they put the pumpkin mask on, it like shredded their heads. You know what I mean? And before the pumpkin was blew up and it was just sitting right there, it looked like one of the pumpkins from Season of the Witch.
From 3, okay.
Yeah. And also another Easter egg in 4, when Dr. Loomis was looking for Michael, and Michael ended up at that gas station, and Loomis saw him. Remember that part of 4?
Yeah.
The gas station scene in this one was damn near identical, except they didn't blow the motherfucker up. But what made it so classic was Michael had a handful of teeth and kind of dropped them over the stall for the girl.
Right.
And then, like, when the guy went in to look, he saw all the people dead, like, which is what Loomis did. Like, he saw everybody dead in there. It's the same. That's another little Easter egg from 4. You know what I mean? So, I mean, all in all, if I had to rate this movie right now, I'm gonna give it a strong 4 out of 5. For sure.
4 out of 5?
Yeah, right now. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I have to give it. I think I'm with you, but I'm sort of torn between a 4 out of 5 and a light 4.5.
Oh,
so,
okay.
But I'll go ahead and say 4 out of 5 for now.
Right.
You
yeah,
know,
for sure.
but it's for me. I thought the movie was very well done.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And I will definitely be adding that to the collection.
Oh yes, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So to all you Halloween fans out there, go check out Halloween 2018. It's definitely worth your money. You know what I mean? If you go bootleg, and make sure you go to the theater and watch it first. I just put it like that. You know what I mean? You know. Support your movies, man. So, you got anything else, CMS?
Yo, shout out to my girl, Miss Laura LC, because she went with me, to the movies last night. So she also enjoyed it. So I just want to give her a quick shout out.
That's what's up. Shit. So, all right. This is the Purple Underground. I'm P. Rose.
Yes, and I'm Micah, a.k.a. CMS. And like you said, boom, Purple Underground.
In the building.
This is the new breed.
Yes, sir. And we out. Peace.
Peace.